Welcome back to the channel. This is RBC Mr. Rhodes. I know it's been a little over 2 months since the last devlog, but we had the demo and its trailer release in that time. Before getting any further, I would just like to say thank you to everyone who played the demo, as well as leaving feedback. Now before getting into the devlog, let's quick recap on devlog number 12. In the last devlog, the Falling Stone platform that appeared in the demo was created. Ability collectibles were drawn and created that made the abilities obtainable in-game. Only the first couple abilities were drawn so far. The last major thing that happened in devlog number 12 was the updated sky background that better matches the current tile maps. With the recap out of the way, let's get right into devlog number 13. Devlog 13 is focused mainly on the lake area, more specifically the water. The first thing that needed to be changed was the fact that I had to place the water tiles for the visuals, and then I also needed to place water zones that told the player they are in water. This was very tedious to work with, so instead I decided to make it so when a water tile was placed, it automatically placed a water zone with it. The only problem with this is that this caused the player to exit then re-enter the water when traveling between water tiles, which visually didn't look right and mechanically was atrocious. My solution to this was to make it that the water entered function would be called 60 times a second and the water exited function would only be called once per second, fixing the issue because the water entered function was being called so much faster that it was like the water exited function wasn't being called at all. After making the water tiles and zones easier to place and to work correctly, my next task was to make the water look better. The biggest thing with the water visuals is that the player's water shader would initiate as soon as just a sliver of the player would enter the water. A specific example of this is when just the player's feet were in the water, it would make it look like the whole player was submerged underwater. The best way to fix this bug was to root the shader for the player in the water zone scenes, not the player's scene. After some tweaking, the shader looks a lot better in general this way. After some thinking and playtesting, I decided the swimming ability was too simple and was almost just a double jump, which I did not like, so I decided to make a full 8-directional movement while swimming, but there's only 4-directional animation. I also made it so it wasn't just a dash or jump, it is now fluid movement just like swimming in real life. If you think a dash should be added for in the water, please say something in the comments and we can discuss it down there, or head off to the RBC Mr. Rhodes Discord server that is in the description. One major thing that was brought up in the demo feedback was accessibility options, and I jumped right onto it and created a settings menu that can be accessed through the pause menu. The option I added was the ability to make the glide ability toggleable or normal, where you must hold the W key while moving in air. This is just the beginning for accessibility options, so leave in the comments below some more ideas for accessibility options that should be added. That is all I have for this devlog. Before ending this video, I would like to say that development for Squirrel Game is going to slow down drastically with school soccer starting back up a couple weeks ago and school just starting this last week. I won't have much time now because of soccer, school, and work, so I'd like you all to please be patient and I'll keep making content and adding to the game when I get the time to. Thank you everyone for your support. This is RBC Mr. Rhodes signing off for now.